be my favorite. You know?
Exactly. I told you, bro. This hairstyle's cold. It's so nice and neat. It's just neat.
Yeah, it's neat.
Now out your way as well.
Yeah, it's out the way.
Alright, yo, I'm back with another video, Cloud9 Cuts, and we got a taper gone wrong, shall I say. Basically, you'll see later on in the video, but he didn't want the taper. Normally, I cut him and he don't have a taper. I just, I line him up and I lined all into the beard, but I already set my ball line in, so we done the taper, but you'll see that later on in the video. Alright, cool. So to start off this haircut, I got him one guard, level all the way open. Make sure it's all level. Always brush down the hair. With afro hair, when you're cutting it up, it tends to lay up, and you want it to lay down so you can cut through your clipper fully in it. So yeah. So you see me here, I put my level closed with the one guard, and I always do it on the back neck line up sides. I mean, I do it on my line up as well, because when you have it with a 1, you just get as crisp as possible. 1.5 is good, but my personal opinion, 1, get nice crisp, get that line. I mean, everywhere else I go with 1.5 apart from the hairline. So yeah, so 1 on the neck lineups and 1 on the lineup. You can see here as well, I'm making sure I debolt. So the best way to do that is by having your clipper facing down. So as you can see here, I'm brushing down the hairs, laying down the hairs. This is really good for the front lineup as well. You want to make sure everything's all level, and then obviously as you see here, I bring it down my 1 guard, so that's 1 guard with level all the way closed.
What? I didn't do your beard. I didn't take.
I was just saying, innit? I prefer what's it?
No fade.
Yeah. I mean, his way we started it, so
Alright, then my bad.
That's one of the one you did before, innit?
Yeah.
It's a regular
one. My client wasn't too mad about it, but normally, like I said earlier, he likes to have just a line up with the C-cup lined into his beard. So that's the way he likes it. But we ended up deciding to do a low taper for this one. So it's good to always consult with your client first. That was my bad mistake there. But at the end of the day, you got to do is talk to your client. Don't be shy about it. Just talk to him. Make sure you and him are in the same place. In the meaning of understanding how the haircut's gonna go now, even if you do do such a thing like that. And yeah, so we decided to do a low taper, and you see I'm just setting in my ball line. And make sure your ball line's always clean, not too sharp. I think I set it a little too sharp, but the only reason why to set it not too sharp is because you want to blend in that last line. When you set it sharp with your trimmers, it's not gonna be able to like fade as easy. And when I line off the back, he don't like the back faded either. You know, I do whatever my client wants. So if you don't want the back faded, I'm not gonna fade the back. Simple as that. So I do what my client does, and yeah, I just line off the back. Simple. Right, as you can see, you know, I spray hairspray, or they call it spritz in America. Spray that, then make sure to brush it down after. So it's good because, you know, it gets everything in hold, and so when you line up, you know, it's as sharp as possible. I feel like it's a really crucial step that a lot of barbers don't do. You know, and to get the best haircut, in my opinion, you just gotta do these extra little stuff. So yeah, definitely, in my opinion, spray that spray, and your client will be happy after. And as you can see here, I'm adjusting my camera. Tell you guys, I told you guys last videos. Look at my last videos. Look at the difference between quality. Like, I told you I was gonna get better, and I got better. Just like with my barbering, I'm getting better. I'm gonna be getting better with these angles, better with the editing, you know, better with the camera quality. So just wait, you know, more content coming out. It won't stop. And you know, we're just starting off this lineup here. Always start in the middle. Make sure you're always starting in the middle. I'm telling you, if you don't start in the middle, like, it's going to be uneven. One side's going to be, you know, going down than the other. It's not the best thing to do. And if you saw, I made sure to check which side I think best to start first, because, or like, how do I say, like, when I go into the middle, I'll choose to go to the left or right. This one, I believe it was the left, and because his left side was more higher than his right side. So if I line up his left side first, I get the base of the lineup. You know, I don't go too high. So when I go to the right side, and I do have to push him back a little to match up with the other side, you know, it'll all be level. So I do that, and when I hit the vertical bars, my teacher Kai, Smoke Kai, brilliant barber, brilliant teacher. He showed me a couple tips as well whilst doing this. So yeah, shout out to him. If you want to check out his Instagram, it's here. And yeah, man, give him a follow. See here, hitting the C-cups. You know, he just showed me, you know, exactly how I can get that vertical bar nice and straight. But yeah, I go with the C-cups straight after. Normally, I would taper it, like I'll taper first and then do the lineup and whatever. But because, you know, he didn't want to taper at the start, we kind of thought that even before saying, oh, let's do a taper, we kind of thought maybe I could try line off, but then at the same time it just wouldn't look right. But yeah, so normally I would taper first, then I'd line up, but I'm going with this now, so yeah, making sure it's all straight. Also, you know, razor, like using a razor after your lineup is so key. Because a trimmer can only do as like so much. Well, you know, when you got that razor, it just gets everything, you know, perfect. I'm not allowed to use a razor right now. We'll be learning because I'm in level 3 in my barbering course. But shout out to my guy Kai again, my teacher. He done the razoring for me, so yeah, that was good. He's line up at the back. With him, you know, when I line it up, it's not as sharp as I could get with like other clients, but you got to deal with the struggles of a lot of clients, and you just got to figure out a way to get out of that problem. So I spray the back as well, especially with this client, because I can't get as sharp as possible. Whatever you can do, to enhance and make that little bell, especially when he don't even like enhancements, but me spraying, that's not really enhancements, is it? So that's definitely a must. You see it's sharp. I do the other side as well. I make sure bring it down for one, then spray, then brush. Normally you can use a blow dryer, cold blow dryer, but this day was hot anyway, so I didn't think it was really needed too much, especially when I brushed it down, like, it wasn't like all wet and whatever. So yeah, I make sure I clean, just the neck and whatever. And I'm talking to him and I'm letting him know.
It's already like the line's already kind of high already.
I swear that was really easy. You know it's gonna leave it still.
You want me to do a tiny little taper?
Yeah, do a taper.
As you can see, me and Kai persuaded him to get a low taper. It was always going to be the best idea when I set the board line in, because you don't want to have, if you look at it, it's just like a boxed in look. It don't look right. Like my teacher Kai, he was mocking it. It was like, oh, he looks like a GTA character. When you first get your GTA character, and and he has that starter haircut. It's all boxed out and all of that. We don't want any of that, So we decided to do a low taper, and the first thing I do is with my one guard and then 1.5 going down, just making sure it's all the same. Even though I already done it, I just want to make sure I stay consistent and make sure. And then I go with my one guard 1.25. So with the one guard and the lever halfway open, and then I'm going up, but I'm flicking out because it's a low taper, and I'm not really experiencing too much low tapers. So I guess, like, me looking back at it now, I could have gone a bit higher and I could have flicked out, but hey, we're here to learn and get better, so that's just how it is. So yeah, one guard lever halfway open, and then one guard closed just underneath that. You want to make sure you create that nice transition into the different steps, so you can get a clean fade. You don't want to, and then you can see, like, some clips I'm adjusting my lever just to make sure everything's going into this different transition. And then I go in with my no guard, level all the way open, so 0.5. I go just underneath that. And then I would go in my no guard 0.25, so level halfway open, no guard. And I just use the corners for that, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the fade. It's so easy. Taper for me is so easy. Like, once you got the steps of it, I feel like anyone can do it, honestly. I've only been cutting for a year, and in less than a year I learned how to do this. I reckon in like my first 4 months, I learned how to do this. You just got cut and just practice. Like, it's like basketball. You're never gonna get good unless you carry on taking shots and shots and shots and shots. So it's just like I'm with football. You gotta take shots, practice. So that's the only way you're gonna learn. And I go on my other side and I do the exact same steps, so you can see that in fast forward mode. We came into my shop. He was looking scruffy. He told me, I got a date coming. So, I had to do it to him, I was like, there's only one thing to do left. There's only one thing.
They ain't believe in us. God did. God did. God did.
That's the cut. So if you like it, make sure to subscribe, like the video, follow all of my socials in the description.